মাথা মাথা পুরা গরম নেই, এটা এত খারাপ কেন?
หนึ่งนะคะหมู่บ้านเขาส่งตัวแทนมาค่ะกับทีมโนฮะค่ะ well, look at them. Welcome to the stage. This team also mixed with Mexico, Brazil, and Vietnam and Thailand. Oh, Vietnam and Thailand. We are together. A duo like us. Yes.
এরকম খারাপ কেন ভাই? আমার একটু কথা
Okay, let's go. Hand. Okay, time to shake your hands. Meet your partner. Yay!
এত খারাপ।
Wow, look so close together, but I don't think that they are that close. But the enemies. I think the next match will be chaotic. It is like you have to like two-person control one game. Oh, if we are in a group in a team. แบบจะไม่สนุกเนาะเพราะฉะนั้นไปดูนะคะแมตช์ปั่นๆจาก KOL ของเรากับหมดลนบูบกันดีกว่าค่ะ Yep, and I think like there's a little bit enough for our pro scene, so let's chill, let's have fun with our chaos show match. Head back to the caster with the lone wolf mode. Let's go!
Right, there we have it. We have the KOLs all set for Lone Wolf mode. And yes, for those of you who don't understand what's happening, we have a 2v2, but we do have four players on each side. And one player or one character will be played by two of those KOLs, of those representatives. So it's tough. Like a left hand and a right hand working in different succession. So I don't know how this is going to end up. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of misses right here, or probably no movement at all, just to make sure that the accuracy is on point.
Yeah, you know what they say, too many cooks in the kitchen spoils the soup sometimes. But this is a rare moment, right? I don't think we have seen KOLs from different regions come together for a show match or any major festivities. Maybe in SCA, but content creators from Latin America, content creators from Brazil, and now I thought they only brought in the Crow streamers. I didn't expect them to also bring in the KOLs to team them up and have them bond over a couple friendly rounds of Free Fire.
Yeah. I mean, it's good as well if we're going to see him. Especially we saw John T. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fans out there in chat and other KOLs as well. There's a lot of potential, a lot of fun moments that we are going to see right here in this game. So this is after so much pressure after that 3 pro games. This is chill mode for us. All laughs and giggles, I would say. So don't take it against us if we're just be laughing along these matches, because definitely it would be funny in how they play the game.
Yeah, we have before it's just a good checkpoint. Like your first dessert in a 10-course meal of this omakase before we head back into the serious matches between the pro teams. And it's a bit of a relief, right, for everyone to lighten up a little bit. Sometimes when you get into the late night show, you want to watch some comedy. This is one of it, and it's a good time for everyone to just unwind a little bit. I want to see the chaos that Garena has planned. Can they stir up chaos between these creators, right? How are they going to work together? Because they're from different regions. how are they going to communicate? Are they going to do it
definitely.
blindly? What about the language barrier? This is going to be fun.
Exactly. I mean, we've heard some games listen in from the pros, and at some point, it's less words is being used. But we're talking about KOLs, and you know how it is when you're streaming, when you're creating content, useful sentences. So that would be tough to really make it work. Control two minds, different languages, that is something else. But I guess they know they know overall the mechanics of Free Fire, so it's easy to just understand where they're heading, where they're I would say aiming at, or probably just pointing out. But dude, they're even on a mobile phone, so it makes it even more difficult.
Yeah, you can see the delegation of tasks. One guy is moving around and doing the action. The other one was controlling the radar and the field of view, or not, where the character is looking at. But again, teamwork is imperative, and of course we need to employ, I believe, some of the translators too between, so they start working together. They're already locked in. They're serious. They're here to win. I hope. Feels like it. 2v2 after all. Of course, you gotta get used to each other's settings. Everyone has their own preferences. In game, the dynamics created on the spot is also going to be quite interesting. Some people are going to click well more than others, but I want to see how that plays out. Right? Are we going to have a pairing that is down for the chaos, a pairing that is locked in, that wants to get the W, or a pairing that's just for the giggles?
Yeah, I mean, either way, this is going to be fun. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be fun. So I guess they are doing some practices right now in the game. But we're seeing Chonchi just all smiles, all chill. I guess there's no pressure for him overall. Then this is what we want to see. And I thought it's tough from what we've seen earlier, even in the PC. But this is even tougher. So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of fans waiting for this to happen, and I want to see how they're going to make this work. If not, then it will still be fun though, seeing them struggle. I'm sorry, but this is like the term, the perfect term. They might be struggling at this point, and it will still be fun.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of things, right? Just have them enjoy the best they can, but we know that everyone's gonna get a good laugh out of it. It's our admins, our marshals, make sure that everything is in place, get the rules explained to our KOLs, make sure that everything is communicated perfectly. For some of them, all of them are pretty much gelling pretty well already, just no rubbing their hands. It's time to get down to business. It'll be fun. 2v2, which means that there's lesser room for errors. It's really about teamwork, right? Are your enemy your enemies, or your partner becomes your enemy? I think that's the question that you need to answer as well.
Let's see though. Let's see and how this is going to work for them. Lone Wolf, for those of you who don't know, or just new to Free Fire and interested, this is a smaller clash squad. So it requires you to go into a smaller map, and there's also a pick on specific weapon. So I'm not quite sure of how that works, who goes first, who gets the first weapon, but there's a trade-off. 2 rounds, you get a specific weapon chosen by your opponent, and then after that, it's your turn to pick the weapon. So let's see on how this is going to play out, going to pan out right now. We're seeing them all set already, some already hyped. I guess communication would be less of an issue because we're seeing some of them already talking to each other. So they have their plan all set right now. We just want to see how it's going to work with left and right hands working together from these players.
Yeah. Maybe the game instincts is enough to kind of carry its own weight, right? Sometimes little words needs to be, communicated as long as they are on the same wavelength. Because we got two factions, the Hidden Leaf Village and Akatsuki. I actually wasn't keeping track. I'm not sure if Akatsuki won more or the Hidden Leaf Village so far. Luxor was Akatsuki and they won. BRE was Akatsuki and they won too. So I guess the villains so far have been gaining more ground in this Free Fire universe.
Let's see though if this is something we can start off. They might need a little bit more time though. They might need a little bit more time to prepare. But I'm really excited. Really excited. And the fans out there, there's also going in some of the chats already giving out support, especially John T. Like India has the KOLs here, and they have Bahadi Gamer as well as John T Gaming that is part of this event, and also coming from different regions. I do have a list right here. KOLs, so we have Chica Whitey, we have Minato from Brazil, John T Gaming, Doi FF2K from Thailand. But no, I guess the battle's about to begin right now. This is a 2v2 lone wolf, and seems like the movement, it doesn't look like it's coming from two players, so they are quite well in going for the rush, but the ones who rush in a little too quick are the ones who fell down quicker.
F Stayway given a good old smackdown. One of the few ID KOLs. Big name, of course. F Stayway and John T on the same squad. Always love to see it. See if it's going to be any different, right? Just now they ran straight into his crosshairs. F Stayway clearly having fun with the UMP of all things. And it's kind of a miss. This one, well, not really landing the mark, but clearly they have switched up. No, I'm trying to look at the cam, but not really much communication. At least not on the Hidden Leaf.
Yeah. Right. So Zara and Sam, Dunking and Tan on the other side. There goes Fdewe. Level E, but doesn't put so much of damage. The MP9, and there goes John T. Being taken out as well. And that would be a trade-off. 1-1 the scores right now.
Jinky stands up and does the C Ronaldo Sue in the face. I love it. That's how you interact. Again, they're not with them. They don't have headphones on. You can clearly hear whatever is being broadcasted in the arena. Take a blast at it. Essential. Okay, round 3. The objective again is to get 6 as always. It's flashback. Oh boy, that find us as well.
So, guys, for those of you wondering, this is not if they win 7-2K on camera on the left side. It is John T who is playing, and on the other side, it's not Genke and AVG as well. But as we are looking at it, with work being done by Samurai and White Toxic, and that is what they have to offer, back-to-back gameplay, and they don't have to move that much though. All they have to do is have them in position and shoot them down. M1887 has that potential to really bring down the player, the opponent, that quickly if you have a good angle to take.
Giving a good old fist bump too. They are definitely having a lot of fun. Definitely seems like, at least for the Hidden Leaf Village, they are coming together. There's a lot more synergized with the calls. We haven't seen the Akatsuki side pull off much of a play this year. Still trying to get used to control and make sure that they don't start running in circles. Weapons we have definitely changed in this case with the M1887.
It's tough though. At this point, his weapon needs you to get up close, and no one's getting close. It's tough though. But there goes a Rebel Rush right now. But Time Turner saves a 1, and they can turn things around. Caminado and Cañado goes in for the hit, but no, Jonty and Khan managed to beat them, and it's an equalizer on the 2. Again, they are in the race to get to first 6. So I'm loving how this turning up. They are communicating quite well, and they are playing this in a good fashion. Slow down as well as a good aim is working for them, but I guess it just have to be left to be seen on who's going to win.
As much as it's for fun, you know, still a hint of competitiveness. Oh, that was pretty close. Ooh, the tracking not really in place, but still end up getting a 1-for-1 trade. Yeah, clutched out. David on the lower ground. I gotta say, I'm incredibly impressed at how, despite it, like you said at the start of the round, this does not feel like person.
Yeah.
The high fives all around the Italy village as they hit the third one.
I mean, imagine like two hands working on it, and they still managed to go for a jump and a 360. So it doesn't look like it. And I guess not quite sure how long they practice, but they have how much time? Like 9 hours or even more to play and work this out. But let's see. It is Eden Leaf Village already working its way. But a takedown as quickly as that. And there it goes into the corner of Dewey. Will not have anything to say about it. And a quick recovery, a quick pickup on the 2 points by Hidden Leaf Village.
Yeah. The atmosphere really heating up. Love all of the I-5s and the dabs from the Hidden Leaf Village. Yeah, we did it. They look a lot more in control. Come on, Katsuki, give us something. Good old Tatsuya dash after they were leading the charge again has been the approach so far. John T being the trusty right-hand man. The A124 connects and Daewoo forced back again, forced to wall his way out of this one.
Let's see now, level 3 MP5. Hands of White Toxic and Sam. Spray is working, no recovery. There you have it. Cunado as well. Cunado was able to go in for that finisher and end it for the first round. Was it the first round already? Oh, not yet.
Well, pretty close to it. One more round, and he finished course. Yep, the first round. Even talking to the camera, they sure know how to entertain the crowd. Okay, alright, that is. I think that's a blowout. Should be 6-2, just like that. Hidden Village takes game number 1 and celebrates as if they won the World Cup. They might as well have won the World Cup in the first ever inaugural 2v2 one-handed Clash Squad tournament. We need a better
This is something else. This is something else. I really am loving the concept. Whoever thought of this is insane. I mean, in front of the crowd, player being controlled by one device. It is something else, but again, one team has to win. Of the crowd, and then you're controlling one device. A two-player being controlled by one device. So it is something else, but
enough time with enough experiment.
would be great. And since information has been relayed where Mao is, Moshi can open this Genki will still be the same. The same goes with Jonti and his partner. So it's only like they already won. So why not switch around to give an advantage to the opponent? That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they're so comfortable in this partnership. Again.
Yeah. Now, let's see though. I mean, there's a few disappointments I was seeing, but I guess the adjustment is quite flat. As long as they make it more entertaining, similar to what we've seen already, it is all good in the hood. So this is the 2v2 lone wolf battle between the KOLs. Again, there's a lot that has been in play, and I was talking about earlier, when you're a streamer and you're playing in front of a crowd or even the viewers, it's already difficult, but this makes that difficulty level times 10.
It is. I can't even play the game alone. Let alone having to work with someone, right? That's I think a lot more pressure, but again, gotta make sure that the players are well hydrated. Everyone has to be well hydrated, of course, as the heat intensifies in the arena at Central World. We are still we're just halfway through today. Can you believe it? We started bright and early in the morning, and right now we aren't even done with the official matches. You said, oh, it's getting geared up once more.
I don't know. I feel like how many hours more?
We are
expecting.
We'll probably have like 4 more hours here. Get ready. Get ready.
Hours.
Get ready to go deep into the night. The mall might close, but the party continues. That's how it is in Thailand.
Well, they do have a huge part being taken over, especially with the stage as well as the crowd that we've seen. So I guess there's a lot more that's being offered right now. But we also saw in the crowd earlier that there's a lot of kids involved. So hopefully those kids will be going home and they've had so much fun already. But we're up into the next game already. And this is where we're seeing probably a comeback from Akatsuki in this game. John T and Kan already onto that push, potential backstab, but they couldn't find their opponent who is moving away. Now here comes White Toxic and Sam, as well as Minato and Cuñado going in for the final takedown. 1 point once again for Hidden Leaf Village.
Oh, hit with the fade away. White Toxic just looks into the camera and just stops playing the game. Oh, I love the energy. This is definitely an unexpected collaboration. White Toxic and Beast Note 1. They have a hell of a time there. Alright. See if this can continue to League Village so far with alright, that round has ended pretty quickly. So far it has been going the way of the Hidden League Village for sure. Tatsuya dash. And the dual wall, come on, those shots needs to hit. It's Itachi against Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh, story. Oh, Time Turner saves him. No hits, no takedown. And there goes another rush. I mean, they're just playing with time. And there goes a Dewe. Managed to go in for a takedown. Now it's similar story or similar scoreline that we've seen earlier though. So I don't know. I don't know if this is something that they can win out that easily.
It looks across the table and gives a thumbs up. It's like, good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, it's definitely made something happen. A bit slower than they would have liked, but it's never. He went to Fortuna pretty early. And what was that? Somehow ends up a 1v1 trade despite FW being late to the party. The last help. Come on, around the corner. This should be easy.
Shut down.
As they were scoring it. Fists up in the air. 2 rounds in a row.
Lottery kill.
And 2 rounds in a row because they're getting a hang of it. I mean, I know it's difficult, but they're getting a hang of it right now. And this might be what they have been waiting for at this game. Now, position-wise, they are just hanging back, looking for the throw balls being used right now. A little bit short, though, on the other side for the Hidden Leaf Village. More of a hit coming from Akatsuki at this point. And, yeah, They are just waiting for that opportunity. Now I'm looking at their player cam or the device cam, and it seems like even with the movement of the fingers, you'll be able to read what you can do if you're the ones on the shooting angle or shooting side. But it is working for Akatsuki right now. 3 in a row, and there's no hint of them slowing down.
Yep. Again, like you said, that they are starting to get the hang of it. F Dayway is really putting in the numbers in this tournament. At least in this show match. 4 eliminations out of 6 total for the Akatsuki. Really has been leading the charge. That partnership is working out well for them, of course. F Dayway once more. In the front lines, double ice grenade being thrown out. Only buying space and time, but realistically not really getting much for Konoha, at least in this second match.
They will be stuck in one corner, and hopefully this is something that would work for them if Akatsuki will be rushing in. But no, they're just buying for time right now, and they're just waiting for. Again, this is a test of patience, both sides, and if Hidden Leaf Village or Konoha will be rushing in, that's what Akatsuki has been taking advantage of for the past 3 games.
Definitely taking it one step at a time. Information. Let's give it a Dayway. Try to go for the wraparound. Here comes the pincer attack. The time turner. Not enough to protect his teammate, sadly. Hidden Leaf Village about to fall. Dayway now in a prime position. 2v1. 1v1. Staying spot in last game. Clutch. And that's the data we've been waiting for. Hidden Leaf Village sponged the bleeding.
They staunched the bleeding. They didn't have a fire jutsu to do so. All they had to do is one guy making it work against 2. That clutch would be very, very well. But M590 right now, I mean, it would be much more difficult, especially with the reduced reload time for this weapon. But they are trying to make it work. Even the movement doesn't have to be that fast though to make those shots. And White Toxic and Samurai making all those throw balls, but I think it was a little bit of an overshoot for them. And same goes for Akatsuki. Again, Akatsuki are the ones who got the 3 points back to back to back, but they will need to make it work. John G might be seeing a backstab right here. Skill being used, but doesn't take that hit. And that rebel rush right now doesn't also translate to an elimination.
That time turner was perfect to stop the offense of the Akatsuki. They should give the Hidden Leaf Village the 1-up and make it a 3-3 score line. The execution pretty well. I mean, the presence of mind that we saw early on, unless Shanti can somehow make a 1v2 happen. Impossible. Equalize again. Hidden Leaf Village starting to catch up.
And I love the waiting game. I mean, we have one dealing from afar, and then White Toxic and Sino is just waiting on one side, and that's what make it work. That's the number advantage, how you play that. Now they have a Vector, some trouble in switching to Akimbo, but there you have it. If they would have managed to do it. Now this is another weapon that you need to get up close and personal, and this is where that Oscar will be in play. But the Hidden Leaf Village doesn't have any of those glue walls to help them, to stop them, and the time turner is working so well for this team, but not so well because it's now a 2v1.
And somehow the clutch happens. A quad. Oof. 7 was just him alone. And this looks like a run it back. 4-3. We started with 3-0. It's a 4-round comeback.
Yeah, let's see though. If this is something that Akatsuki will be able to pay back.
What?
Now, so quick! And now it's match point. and they thought they are given advantage. It's just a change of weapon. This might prompt. Well, I don't know. It's a long shot, but this might prompt a lot of players, a lot of survivors using that vector once again.
It's not even close. And right here, right now, it's the Hidden Leaf Village looking to restore peace from the villains. Sash grenade tossed over the plane. There's again no connection. So far, FCW has really been struggling. He's always the first to make contact, but him alone is not enough. Quite toxic. Here he comes. Whoa! Right at the dome.
Yeah, let's see now. We are seeing Cuñado Minado trying to get away with only 26 HP remaining. But what can he do? Nothing. Jaunty already making that shot. 6 eliminations overall for Jaunty and Can. And, well, very close to tying it up. But it's tough to call. Hidden Leaf Village managed to grab the win in the first round, and they can just end it as quickly as this. But they are on the M1887 though, so it's a different weapon that needs up close and personal as well as great accuracy and movement. And we need to see that once again for Akatsuki to go for the equalizer.
Gotta keep this run going so that we get more free fire action. Hidden Leaf Village. Individual track records at least from White Toxic XM, it's miles ahead of everyone. 12 eliminations, I think. Sim alone, they're willing to slow down just a little bit. Circle will start to close in.
I mean, stuff though for Hidden Leaf Village right now, because position-wise, they will need to move first. But skill has been used. Let's see if Jaunty and Can get an opening, especially with that Oscar. And there goes Samurai and White Toxic for a quick hit. And Hidden Leaf Village once again grab that Booyah. And this ends the Lone Wolf series for the KOLs.
Peace restored to the Hidden Leaf Village and the Naruto Shippuden universe. And once more finds harmony and balance. It's all smiles and fun. Yeah, give it a great Wi-Fi, a bit of a dab, some high fives. Moment to remember as they continue to talk into the cameras themselves, but this is a moment. Would have loved for it to be a bit longer, maybe a VO5, but even a short-lived entertainment, it's good enough as a bit of a relief, unwind for everyone else that's seen. Booyah for the Hidden Leaf Village. Definitely some highlight moments. The collaborations between these KOLs, their live reactions on cam. You know, some shots were so nasty that we see them jolted back on their seats. But unfortunately, the Akatsuki will not prevail this time.
Yeah, I mean, they will not prevail. There's a lot of struggles that we've seen so far, and really Village just managed to as well as a chakra to their favor in that moment. Imagine like being brought down in several instances, especially in that final round, and then getting back up. It's just a definite like Konoha hero story. So that's what they have to offer at this point. And there you go. Our KOLs, winner or loser, it doesn't matter. They're representing their region as well as Free Fire to the fans out there. So I'm loving it. I'm loving the presence. I'm loving that everyone is in here, all smiles, and there's just so much more that we can see.
Yeah, I mean, they have been the cornerstones of the Free Fire community, right? They believed in Free Fire when a lot of people didn't believe it. Even half the exposure. A way of giving back to them and making sure that they give back to the people that have been supporting, involved in a lot.
at the end of this year, or tournaments towards the end of this year. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that will be happening in Free Fire. But if you are not seeing your favorites, and that, especially in the KOLs or probably pro scenes, then there's still a lot more years, as you did mention, Husky, because we are just beginning, starting a global revolution for Free Fire at